Hi everyone, welcome back. This is now issue 58 of Build the Classic Routemaster. Yeah, this time's come now, and it looks like we're going to be installing some LEDs into the roof panel, so quite excited to get going on that. So without further ado, let's crack on and get building. Okay, so let's go through the parts, make sure everything is present. We've got some quite heavy bits in here. It looks like we've got the rear platform as well. Which is great. So I'll open these up. If I can find my knife, there you go. Okay, so I think that's everything. Some more bits under here. Okay, so we've got 58A, which is the rear platform. Really nice and heavy, this piece. Yeah, absolutely amazing. That's a lot heavier than I thought that was going to be. That's amazing. So we've got the rear platform. We've got 58B, which is the battery box and switch. Now I know there was a few issues with the with this and why it's breaking, so I'm going to be extra careful with that. Okay. But if obviously anything does happen, I can solder that, no problem at all. So hopefully that'll all be okay, and that obviously takes 3 AAA batteries. We've got 58C, which is the LED cable. Now that's this in this. It's individually boxed for protection. And I will open this up just to be sure everything is all okay, but I can't see why it wouldn't. Wow. Yeah, it's all tangled up. So we've got 4 circuit boards with really fragile, actually, so be really careful. We've got 4 circuit boards in total with 2 LEDs attached to each one. Each circuit board has got a resistor on it, just there, and then we've got a plug on one end, which is N, and I'm guessing N1, no, 2 N's, and then on the other side we've got an LED after the circuit board. So we've got a total of 9 LEDs. So I'm going to put that back in there just for the moment to keep that nice and safe. Okay, we've also got 58D, which is some tape strips, which we've got here. I'm guessing that's going to be to secure the cabling for the LEDs. And we've got some screws, and we've got 3 of those. Okay, so let's start the build. So the first thing I want us to do is fit the battery box switch to the recess near the platform 58A. Fix the switch in place with 2 screws. The battery box itself we fitted at a later stage, so store it carefully to avoid strain on the cables. Brilliant. Okay, so this is obviously the rear platform, and you've got a hole just here where the switch will go through. So we're going to be screwing it, putting it from this side, and then screwing it from this side as well. So let me bring you in, and then we'll do that now. So I'm just going to grab my screwdriver, or the end, the bit I need. Let's try that, it might be too big. Find a correct screw head. Okay, yeah, that one's no good. We need to go down a size. Just going to move this in as well. Yeah, we're going to go down a size. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so according to the mag, I mean, there's no real correct way to put the switch, but according to the magazine, let me just see how this goes. Right. According to the magazine, the illustration shows these two, the focus is really out, these two red wires are bunched on one side, and they are going to go towards the outer edge of the platform. Okay, so that's just going to push in. Through the hole. Like so. Well, I'm just going to bring my parts tray up just because obviously the screw protrudes, obviously the switch protrudes out the bottom quite a long way. So I'm just going to pop that on there to keep that secure. And then we're going to put the two screws in either side. So that's one in. Sorry, I'm touching the camera. Okay, so now I'm going to try and so they do tighten. You think they're done, but there's still quite a lot more to screw on there. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. So that's in there nice and tight. And that's what we've got. So as I say, the two red wires are nearest the edge of the platform. There isn't any markings to say on and off, so I don't think it will matter too much, but I've done it as per the magazine. Now that does stick down quite a long way, but that is functional. So that's that done. What I'm going to do is, because I know there's been a lot of issues with this battery, the battery box, I'm going to get a nice big bit of electrical tape, and I'm going to just take that, just like that, just like that. I'm just going to tape it to the platform so it's not going to go anywhere, and then there's no strain on any of the wires until I need to do anything with them. Okay, so with that platform done, we're now moving on to the roof. So, just move that out of the way, and then I'll grab the roof down. And we're going to be fitting LEDs into the roof. So here it is. Move you up. This is the top of the roof. Now, P40F20 did leave me a comment say that I'll be best to secure this because in case I snag it, which is a really valid comment. I will do that, but I'll do it after this issue when we've installed the LEDs, because then I know where, you know, I don't want to get wires crossed because I'm not quite sure where this is going to go yet. So arrange the cable around the upper side of the roof, starting by fitting the LED at the end of the cable circled in red. Okay, nothing seems to be circled in red at the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna, right, okay, I'll move it round because it wants to start in this corner. I think I'll get what it's saying. We need to start with the loose LED on the end of this cable. So that'll be this one here. And that is going to go into this hole just here. So I'm assuming this, well, it's just a push fit. So I'm going to get a pair of tweezers to help me with this. Okay, yeah, that's gone in nice and tightly. So hopefully that will stay. Then we need to fit these LEDs into, you've got the two LEDs on this circuit board, we're going to place them into these lamp holders. Might need very slight adjustment to line them up, but once they're in, brilliant. These have actually gone in really nicely. This one has. That's gone straight in, and then what I'm doing is I'm using the tweezers closed. Sorry, can't see a thing. Right, I'm using the closed tweezers and I'm putting them between the pegs of the LED and then just pushing them through. That way it doesn't put any strain on the wiring, and they are now solid into place. So I'm really happy with that. So we're going to fit them, then we're going to move on to the next two in the line. And it's good to know, I mean, it's only going to go one way, but you want the resistors facing towards you outwards. So again, I'm just going to straighten that up. So that LED is very slightly skew-if. I'm going to pull that out just so they fit comfortably. There you go, perfect. That's gone in. Again, I'm going to get my tweezers in, support from underneath, and just push that LED into the lamp holder. Sorry, you can't see I locked my arms in the way, but there we go. And that's that one done. It says at the end, LED fitting at the back left of the ceiling. Okay, so we move you back, which is this one here. We need to bend the wire downwards. Okay, so carefully just bend that down like so, just so it's flat. And that wire has sort of gone where it's showing on the magazine, so that's, I'm happy with that. So yeah, it's good to know when you put this LED, sort of make sure you put the wires so that you can do that, because obviously if you put the LED round twisted, you would have to bend it downwards, and it's showing it this way. So I think as long as but then saying that, I think as long as there's enough cable, it shouldn't matter too much which way that goes. Okay, next we're going to carefully turn all of this around. Okay, and then we're going to be working on these lamps. We're going to bring this cable round and carry on fitting the LEDs. So I'm just going to straighten this LED up a bit because it's a bit out of sequence. There we go. And then as same before, I'm going to hold it underneath, put the tweezers in and just push those LEDs into their lamp holders, just like so. Now that's a little bit bent, but I think we can, yeah, there you go, we can sort that out later. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the last two here. They are fine. Pop them in. Again, I'm just going to use the tweezers to push down the middle of the LED into the lamp holders. There's a really nice fit for them. Okay, and then that is the LEDs pushed into place. The next step is to bend the cable contacts next to the two lamps along the left hand side of the front ceiling panel as shown. So it wants us to turn this back round, and then these, obviously the circuit board is sticking up in the air. So what we need to do is carefully holding the LED on each side, just gently push on the LED legs. There we go. And make the circuit board flat, sit flat against the plastic roof. Okay, and then the same with this one. Got a bit of a loose camera, there we go. So I'm just going to put my thumbs over the contacts for the LEDs and very slowly just bend that down, like so. Okay, so then going to turn it round, do the same on the other side. So you get the idea now. So you want to start this side. LED contacts, and then just push them down. Now I notice there's a screw just under there, but it's fine because the heat wrap on the end is over that, so that is absolutely fine. And then the same here, two thumbs. I'm just going to carefully push the LEDs down. Brilliant, and I'm really happy with that. And now all the LEDs should be flat on the roof. Sorry about my camera, it's now an absolute nightmare. I need to get a new camera, a different model, because the autofocus just doesn't work. It's a shame. Okay, so what we're next going to do is fix the cable in place with adhesive tape circled in red. Okay, so we've got the adhesive white tape here. So the first one, let me just position this right, wants us to put it just here in front of these three dots here, the three holes even that we use to secure the handrail inside. Okay, so one there, one on here. I think we know where this is going. And is that yeah, just there. Okay. We want one over here to secure this cable like so. Then we want one here like the other side. Okay, that's what we look like. And then finally we want one more. I'm just going to straighten this cable because it's and it wants one to sit just there like so. So these two wires will come out. Now what I'm going to do, again, I love my electrical tape, you know that. I'm going to cut a little bit of electrical tape off because these are going to be running together. I'm actually just going to wrap some electrical tape just round those two wires. Just like that. To keep them together. And I'm going to get another bit. I'm going to keep these straight, and I'm just going to do another bit further down because these obviously go to wherever the circuit board where they're going to plug in. So it's good to have these neat and tidy, and they're roughly about the same sort of length. So and good, just for good measure, I'm going to put a third one on as well. Obviously this isn't telling us to do this, this is just something I've chosen to do just for neatness of the model. Not that you're going to see any of these, but I know it's there. Yeah. So with those wires tied up neatly, then you know they're not going to go anywhere. Now I'm going to take these wires, I'm just going to pop them together like so. And as P40F20 commented, I am now going to just temporarily organise these. And just stick them to the roof, just so they don't go anywhere until we need them. So that is the roof panel with all the LEDs in. Now I could test the LEDs, but I don't actually have a bench power supply to power these up. I need to get 5 volts through it. That's fine because there's resistors on these, so I know that they're resisted up. However, I haven't got a bench power supply. I'm wondering if I could I'm not sure if it'd be powerful enough. I can have a go. I can use my electrical tester. And see if I can make them light up, just so we've got peace of mind. Might not have enough power to light all of these up, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a good go. So I've got some wires here. I've got a red one. They're pre-cut, so all I have to do is pull the ends off, and I've got the wire there. So I don't actually know now. That's the switch, I know that. I don't know which wires it is. On this plug, but we'll try it. So one. So this tester you can get. It's basically to test capacitors and things like that, electrical components. But it does seem to work for LEDs. Right, let me just remove this tape again quickly. And we'll see if we can get some juice into... Oh, okay. Yeah, that did work. I don't know if you saw that. If I test, I'm just looking at all of these lights to make sure they light up. So these do. Those two do. Those two do. Those two do. And I've lost the connection. Obviously they're not as bright as they would be because this is just a tester. Yep, and I've got this final one there lit up. So I'm really happy that all my LEDs are working. Big thumbs up. So, just going to disconnect this now. And re-tidy these up. Yeah, really happy that they work. Okay, so there we go. Anyway, that's the LEDs and they're tested, all working fine. And we've got the rear platform, we've installed the switch, and I've taped the battery box to the top just to keep it from getting damaged. So, unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the show. I really enjoyed that issue. I always love working with electrics and things like that. And yeah, it's really good. Really enjoyed that. Those LEDs went in really nicely with the tweezers as well. It was like that satisfying fitment, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they were perfect size, and they went in. You didn't have to give it too much force, like you felt like you were going to break it. But you can tell they were tight fitting, so I've got no worries about them coming out. So yeah, really enjoyed that. That is it at the moment. Hopefully I'll have some more issues before next week, because I haven't recording this today. I haven't got any more issues to film. So hopefully, cross fingers, I will get delivery on time and be able to resume from next Monday. So thank you for watching again. Thank you so much to those that support me. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so just a quick edit. Since the time of recording the video you've just watched, I have actually set up a Patreon account. Now, there's no need to do it if you don't want to. It's completely and utterly optional. However, I do have a Patreon running now. And then at the end of if you do decide to become one of my Patreons, you will get your name mentioned at the end of each video, which you will see in this video, because since setting it up, I have had one Patreon sign up, and massive thank you. It means so much to me. So the coffee is no longer available to support me. I do have a Patreon if you wish to contribute. Again, no pressure, and I also still have my Amazon wish list if you wish to contribute in any way there as well. So I just wanted to get that in. So you'll see a slightly new ending to this video, and I'm really excited about it. And yeah, you know you are. Thank you so much. So yeah, see you next week.